Dementia is a progressive condition marked by a decline in memory, thinking, and reasoning. It affects millions of people worldwide, and as global populations age, it has become an urgent public health concern. While there is currently no cure, the focus has shifted toward prevention. Among the many factors influencing brain health, diet has emerged as one of the most powerful. For years, research has highlighted the benefits of nutrient-rich foods, such as leafy greens, berries, and fatty fish, in supporting cognitive function. But now, a growing body of evidence is revealing a more complex picture. Surprisingly, certain vegetables, though generally considered healthy, may carry hidden risks when consumed in excess. Many people are unaware that some of the foods they eat daily could be contributing to inflammation, blood sugar imbalances, or other underlying processes linked to neurodegeneration. These effects may not be immediately noticeable, but over time, they can quietly accelerate cognitive decline. In this video, we'll explore the lesser-known side of these common vegetables, examining the compounds they contain, the science behind their potential impact on the brain, and what this means for long-term cognitive health. Understanding the potential risks associated with certain everyday vegetables is essential for making well-informed dietary decisions, particularly for those looking to protect their cognitive health as they age. Before we continue, if you're finding this content valuable, consider liking, commenting, or sharing it with someone who might benefit. Your support helps us reach more people and continue producing educational content like this. Please note, this video is intended for informational purposes only and should not be taken as medical advice. Always consult with a qualified healthcare professional or registered dietitian for guidance tailored to your individual needs. Now, let's explore 6 commonly consumed vegetables that may contribute to cognitive decline and what you should know to safeguard your brain health. Potatoes are a staple in diets across the globe, known for their comforting taste and remarkable versatility. From mashed to roasted, baked to fried, they're a familiar presence on dinner tables everywhere. Nutritionally, potatoes offer a range of benefits. They're rich in vitamins, minerals, and fiber. But despite their positive qualities, there are hidden risks, especially for those concerned about long-term brain health. Potatoes are high in carbohydrates, particularly starch. When consumed, that starch is rapidly broken down into glucose, a key energy source for the body. However, this swift conversion can lead to sharp spikes in blood sugar levels. And while an occasional rise in blood sugar may not seem alarming, repeated surges over time can lead to insulin resistance, a condition where the body's cells become less responsive to insulin, the hormone responsible for regulating blood sugar. As insulin resistance develops, glucose becomes harder to manage, resulting in persistently elevated blood sugar levels. This chronic imbalance doesn't just affect the body. It can have serious implications for the brain. The brain depends on glucose for fuel, but excessive levels can trigger inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 major contributors to cognitive decline. In fact, research has shown a clear link between insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, and an increased risk of Alzheimer's disease, the most common form of dementia. Moreover, high glycemic foods like potatoes can promote the formation of advanced glycation end products, harmful compounds that build up in tissues over time and accelerate the aging process, including in brain cells. How potatoes are prepared also plays a critical role. Fried options like French fries, chips, and other processed potato snacks are particularly harmful. They often contain unhealthy trans fats formed during high-temperature cooking, which are known to fuel inflammation and impair brain function. Studies have connected diets high in processed and fried foods, especially fried potatoes, with an increased risk of neurodegenerative diseases. While potatoes aren't inherently dangerous, understanding how they impact your body and how they're prepared is vital for protecting long-term brain health. Corn, often praised as a wholesome, nutritious vegetable, is a common ingredient in many diets around the world. High in carbohydrates and energy, it's found in everything from whole kernels to chips, cereals, and oils. But beneath its reputation as a healthy staple, corn may pose hidden risks to brain health, particularly when consumed in processed forms. Like potatoes, corn is a starchy vegetable that can cause blood sugar spikes. But its most concerning impact lies elsewhere, in its effect on the body's fatty acid balance. Corn is rich in omega-6 fatty acids, essential fats that support many biological processes. However, these fats must exist in balance with omega-3 fatty acids to promote overall health. Today, most modern diets are disproportionately high in omega-6s and low in omega-3s. This imbalance can lead to chronic inflammation, a key driver of many diseases, including cognitive disorders like dementia. Excessive omega-6 intake has been closely linked to neuroinflammation, a state in which the brain becomes inflamed and damaged over time. This process is considered a major contributor to Alzheimer's disease and other neurodegenerative conditions. The brain relies on a healthy balance of fatty acids to maintain its structure, function, and communication between neurons. While omega-3 fatty acids, found in fish, flax seeds, and walnuts, help reduce inflammation and support neural growth, excess omega-6s can have the opposite effect, amplifying inflammation and potentially accelerating cognitive decline. The way corn is processed and consumed can make matters worse. Corn oil, widely used in cooking and processed foods, is especially high in omega-6s. It's a common ingredient in snacks, baked goods, salad dressings, and countless packaged products. Regular consumption of corn oil and other corn-based additives can further tip the body's fatty acid balance in the wrong direction. Over time, this can lead to the buildup of harmful fats in the brain, potentially impairing its ability to function effectively. While corn in its whole, minimally processed form can be part of a balanced diet, understanding its impact on inflammation and brain health is crucial, especially for those aiming to preserve cognitive function as they age. Tomatoes are widely regarded as one of the healthiest vegetables, rich in antioxidants like lycopene, which has been associated with reduced risks of cancer and heart disease. But despite their reputation, tomatoes may carry hidden risks, especially for individuals sensitive to certain compounds. When it comes to brain health, not everyone may benefit from this so-called superfood. Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family of plants, which also includes potatoes, eggplants, and peppers. While nightshades are packed with nutrients, they also contain natural compounds that may negatively affect brain function in certain people. One such compound is lectin, a type of protein found in tomatoes that binds to carbohydrates and can interfere with nutrient absorption. Most individuals can tolerate lectins in moderate amounts. However, when consumed excessively, or when the body is already in a compromised state, lectins may contribute to gut inflammation. This becomes particularly concerning when we consider the gut-brain axis, the intricate communication network between the digestive system and the brain. Recent research has highlighted how gut health plays a critical role in mental and cognitive function. Inflammation in the gut can trigger systemic inflammation, affecting the brain and increasing the risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Disruptions to the gut microbiome caused by high lectin intake or other inflammatory compounds may impair memory, mood regulation, and overall cognitive health. Another compound of concern in tomatoes is solanine, a natural toxin also found in other nightshades. Solanine has been shown to have neurotoxic effects in high concentrations. While tomatoes typically contain lower levels of solanine than other nightshades, regular or excessive consumption, particularly in the form of processed tomato products, may, over time, contribute to neurological symptoms such as brain fog, fatigue, and memory difficulties in sensitive individuals. It's important to note that these effects don't apply to everyone. But for those with underlying sensitivities, autoimmune conditions, or gut imbalances, limiting certain nightshades like tomatoes may support better brain and overall health. Spinach is often celebrated as one of the most nutrient-dense leafy greens, packed with essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that support overall health. But behind its reputation as a superfood lies a lesser-known concern, especially when it comes to brain health. Spinach contains high levels of oxalates, naturally occurring compounds found in many plant foods. While harmless in small amounts, oxalates can become problematic when consumed in excess. Inside the body, oxalates bind with calcium to form insoluble crystals, which can accumulate in the kidneys and lead to the formation of kidney stones and other health issues. But the impact of oxalates extends far beyond the kidneys. Research suggests that oxalates may also affect the brain. In high concentrations, they can cross the blood-brain barrier, the body's natural defense system that protects the brain from harmful substances. Once inside the brain, oxalates may disrupt normal neurological activity and contribute to neurotoxicity. This toxic buildup has been linked to symptoms such as memory loss, cognitive impairment, and in some cases, early signs of dementia. A high oxalate diet may also worsen existing inflammation in the brain, a major risk factor for neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. While the connection between oxalates and brain decline is still under investigation, early studies suggest that reducing the intake of high oxalate foods, like spinach, may support long-term cognitive health, especially in those who are more vulnerable. Not everyone is equally sensitive to oxalates. Some individuals, due to genetics or pre-existing kidney conditions, may be more prone to oxalate-related issues, while others may tolerate these foods without noticeable effects. But if you have a personal or family history of cognitive decline, or you're managing inflammatory or kidney-related health concerns, it may be wise to moderate your intake of spinach and similar vegetables. As a safer alternative, low oxalate greens such as kale, arugula, or romaine can offer many of the same nutritional benefits, without the potential neurological risks. Eggplant, also known as aubergine, is a staple in many global cuisines, from Mediterranean stews to Asian stir-fries. Its rich flavor and culinary versatility have made it a beloved vegetable worldwide. Nutritionally, eggplant offers fiber, antioxidants, and essential vitamins. But despite its benefits, this popular vegetable may come with hidden neurological risks. Eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, a group of plants that includes tomatoes, potatoes, and peppers. Nightshades are known to contain alkaloids, naturally occurring chemical compounds that can become toxic when consumed in high amounts. One of the most notable alkaloids is solanine, a compound that, in large doses, has been shown to exert neurotoxic effects. While the solanine content in eggplant is generally lower than in other nightshades, frequent or excessive consumption can still be a concern, particularly for those who are sensitive to alkaloids. Solanine is believed to interfere with acetylcholine, a critical neurotransmitter responsible for memory, attention, and learning. Disruption to acetylcholine function can result in symptoms such as confusion, forgetfulness, and difficulty concentrating. This is especially troubling for older adults, as acetylcholine levels naturally decline with age. A further reduction, triggered by dietary sources like solanine, may accelerate cognitive decline and raise the risk of developing dementia-related conditions. In addition to its neurochemical effects, eggplant can also contribute to inflammation in certain individuals. The alkaloids and other compounds present in nightshades are known to trigger inflammatory responses, not only in the joints, but also in the central nervous system. Chronic brain inflammation is a well-established risk factor for neurodegenerative diseases, including Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. For individuals with autoimmune conditions, joint inflammation, or a family history of cognitive decline, limiting or avoiding eggplant may be a proactive step toward protecting long-term brain health. Carrots, vibrant, crunchy, and packed with nutrients, are widely recognized for their impressive beta-carotene content. This powerful antioxidant is converted by the body into vitamin A, a nutrient essential for eye health, immune support, and skin vitality. But while beta-carotene offers important benefits, excessive consumption, particularly from carrots and other orange vegetables, may have unintended consequences for the brain. In high amounts, beta-carotene can disrupt the body's delicate antioxidant balance, leading to a condition known as oxidative stress. Oxidative stress occurs when free radicals, unstable molecules that can damage cells, overwhelm the body's natural defenses. And in the brain, this oxidative damage is a well-established driver of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Emerging research suggests that when beta-carotene is consumed in excess, it may actually fuel this damaging process, increasing inflammation and accelerating the decline of cognitive function. This risk becomes even more apparent in older adults. Some studies have shown that high doses of beta-carotene supplements, especially in aging populations, may increase the likelihood of developing memory issues and cognitive impairment. It's important to note that eating moderate amounts of carrots as part of a well-rounded diet is generally safe and beneficial. However, those who consume very large quantities or who rely heavily on beta-carotene supplements may be putting their brain health at risk without realizing it. As with many nutrients, the key lies in balance. Supporting cognitive longevity often means avoiding both deficiency and excess, and being mindful of how even healthy foods can have complex effects on the body. Supporting brain health and reducing the risk of dementia begins with balance, not just in lifestyle, but also in nutrition. While antioxidants are vital to brain function, relying too heavily on any one nutrient, such as beta-carotene, may lead to unintended consequences. Instead, a diverse intake of antioxidants from a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, spanning the full spectrum of colors, provides a more comprehensive defense against cognitive decline. It's also important to understand that not all vegetables support brain health equally. Some, despite their popularity, may pose hidden risks when consumed in excess, contributing to inflammation, oxidative stress, or nutrient imbalances that can impair cognitive function over time. For those at risk of dementia or experiencing early signs of cognitive decline, making informed dietary choices is essential. Moderation is key, and a well-rounded, plant-rich diet that incorporates a mix of brain-supportive nutrients is one of the most powerful tools we have to preserve mental clarity as we age. If you're concerned about the impact certain vegetables may have on your brain health, consider eliminating or reducing them from your diet temporarily. Track any changes in focus, memory, or mood, and consult with a qualified healthcare provider or dietitian for guidance. By prioritizing nutrients known to support brain health, like omega-3 fatty acids, polyphenols, and anti-inflammatory compounds, we can take meaningful steps to protect our brains from the effects of aging. Ultimately, a thoughtful diet, combined with regular exercise, adequate sleep, and mental stimulation, can form a powerful defense against cognitive decline and help ensure our minds stay sharp and resilient well into the future.